Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this really cool ultimate kind of survival house. It pretty much has everything you need in it. The only thing that I didn't include in this video is actually a portal. However, later on you will see me mess around with that idea. As you see here, these squares are all actually 5 by 5. So every single space between the poles are actually 5 blocks long. So just copy that and you'll get this exact replica of that. So basically you have 3 squares, 2 in a line and then 1 just off to the center, to the left or right, depending on which angle you're building it from. And then you just add these poles coming out of each kind of pillar in them. At the start you'll see that I actually built more pillars. They were literally just me spacing it out, so I knew that there was 5 blocks in between. So obviously I put a block in the middle and then there's 2 blocks gap next to it. I then started working on this staircase. I really wanted kind of not a spiral, but kind of a slight turn staircase. However, curving it around this build didn't quite work too well, and it actually came out looking quite horrible. So I actually end up later on deciding to build kind of a normal staircase, one that kind of actually fits in a lot more better, and actually doesn't leave me with a massive gap behind the staircase as well. So I could just kind of end up with the basic, just straight up to the right staircase, as you'll see now. So you go straight up from here. The staircase is always going to be 3 wide, so I went straight up and then I went to the right as well. However, obviously, if you look to the right, the walls don't quite match the left-hand side walls purely because of the way the staircase is built. So you have to kind of build them at a weird angle until you get this nice little design. However, I managed to play around with the staircase a lot, and it came out looking quite nice in the end. I was actually really happy with the way it came out. So yeah, I just built up this nice little staircase made of slabs, and it just goes up to a flat piece at the middle there, and then you go up to the right where the door is. I then head on the inside and just start playing with the interior, adding this little floor design. It's literally just made of stairs. So I place a stair, then a block, then a stair, then a block, and then next to it I place the block, then a stair. So just in a different order, and it gives you this design. Now I head onto the roof. I actually placed a block on top of a normal cobblestone block on top of the bit of log that is hanging out, just to bring the build up by 1. Because if you place a stair on it, it looks really weird. So I didn't recommend doing that. And then I just kind of filled in this whole area, really basic roof. However, because of the way the build is fit, everything fits really nicely and it actually looks really good. Thankfully it's all kind of equal, and it managed to come out looking really good. I was actually really happy with that too. I then went around and added some buttons onto the end of each log, just to really give off the more design to the outside and just make it look a lot better than just some plain boring outside. Obviously I'm purely working on the outside in this speed build on this time lapse, so I've added glass here as well. I don't actually do any interior. I'll show you later on the interior that I've done. But then I add these trapdoors that kind of go in a wavy form, and it allows me to place 2 lanterns. And then we finish off going around the side with some nice little hanging baskets outside of each window. It just gives off a lot more detail, makes it look a bit nicer, and then you've got a nice bit of foliage out there. This is where I was playing around with a portal, so I actually added a portal down here to start playing around with. You could always keep this portal if you really want to. However, I didn't really like the noise of it while I was building. I could have turned it off, but I also just didn't want the portal there. So I kind of got rid of it, and then I just kind of filled in this bottom area with walls, and then I've got these fences on each kind of oak, connected to each oak log. Just around here you see I've still got the portal in. However, I'm going to wipe that portal out in this build, and I cut up the sections down here. So this place will actually have sections like you'll see now. So we'll have 3 sections, the exact same as the top of the build. So obviously upstairs, when building the foot plan to this build, you kind of see that there is 3 sections, so 3 squares. I kind of done this to the bottom as well, and later on you'll see I actually fill it all with a farmland down there and completely remove the portal. From here on, I just kind of went around the outside still, giving it as much decoration and as much detail as I could. So I've got these little plants coming up the staircase here. So when you're coming up the staircase, it doesn't look so boring. These plants are actually made with a pot, bamboo inside, and a leaf on top. I then went around this edge bit here, just terraformed out the massive hole because it looked absolutely atrocious. Started playing around with like some sort of path design. Then realised that I need that path to turn. So I actually got rid of the walls in the first part. Just went around some leaves, some bone meal and roses, just to kind of really fill out the space around it and make it look like, just make it look a lot nicer in general. Then head back underneath and start creating these farms that I was on about. So we've got 3 farms. We've got a carrot, potato and wheat farm down there now, with a bunch of barrels for storage too. And then I just go around the build, just checking over everything, make sure everything's okay, adding a few lights on to the front door, just so we got a nice bit of lighting when we're walking up the stairs. So now we're in first person. I'll show you guys around the house and just basically what it's going to look like. I've actually done the interior out of the time lapse this time purely because the camera movement inside the house is so horrible that I feel like maybe if I just did it outside and I can show you guys what you can basically do, because whenever I do interior I never really plan it out, it just kind of happens. And there's always so many different ways you can decorate your house, and I'm not the greatest interior designer, I will say that. So let's just start on the outside here. So if you come down to the right, just next to your staircase that leads you up to your base, you get your nice little farming area. You got a load of barrels in here. This is your potatoes, and I've got carrots in here, and I've got wheat in here, more barrels over there. So a really nice little farming area, all hidden away under your base, protects you from all your mobs. Obviously, probably light it up anyway. You could build a wall around this base or something if you wanted to, or you could just keep it nice and simple like it is. As you can see anyway, on the front here we've got nice little hanging baskets. We've got these trapdoor designs that kind of edge up and down in like a little wavy kind of motion. That allowed me to get the lanterns in on there. We got these buttons on each section of the logs that stick out. Then we've got a staircase under those, and then we've got the buttons at the top ones as well, and then in the middle you can see we have a brown button. That's just kind of hidden away, but it kind of gives that extra detail if you see it from afar. I'll quickly fly up here as well and show you the roof. So obviously we've got a little bumpy roof with the trapdoors and slabs. I always like doing that. It's a nice little touch to the design. And then we got these pots with bamboo in them and a leaf on top, just on the sides of the staircase, so when you walk up there's a bit of decoration. I mean, it isn't too plain. Then we got the nice little wavy design again. So once we're inside, we got a nice little carpet here. On your right we got a brewing area. Here we got a little table with a chair there. Walk across the carpet, we've got another little table with like a little sofa here. Then you come into your main area where you've got your crafting table, your furnace, your barrel there. Obviously you can add more furnaces, barrels and things in these gaps here, but I only stuck with a basic amount purely because I didn't want to cram it in and make it all look really horrible. And then I've got a light that is just kind of hanging from the ceiling, and I've got one on top of the crafting table itself. We have a plant with a pot on it, a pot with a plant in it even. So then yeah, I made this little staircase that kind of comes up in a little, just like around this corner area. Takes you up to your bed. I absolutely love this bed design. If you don't know how to do this bed design, go watch my 20 Minecraft, I can't even remember, building, I think it's like interior building ideas. Basically, you'll find it on my channel. I've got two. I've got one for modern and just kind of one for normal. If you go look that up, you'll see how I build this. In the actual video, it's not free long. I made it too long in the original video, but this one's free. And then over here, we got our armor stand closet. You can kind of get your gear from. We got another little table here that you can kind of sit at and write. And then over here, in our little attic area, we've just kind of got this bookcase crammed in. So you've got a nice little enchanting room up here too. You don't have to worry about not having anywhere to enchant in this space either. So it does pretty much have everything you need. The only thing that you will be missing is a Nether Portal, but if you watch the time lapse you will see that I actually tried to fit a Nether Portal in down here, and it was at the first gate just there. You can't actually fit it in there, or you could fit it in this one. However, when fitting it in, you've got to be careful with the staircase. You don't want to take any out. Behind this barrel is actually all hollow, so you could definitely fit a portal in here. Or you could fit any portal down here, wherever you would like. However, the noise does get quite annoying, so I actually just went with the farm idea instead. But I'll quickly go and fly around the house. Just show you that I've got these. These are also other trapdoors here for window shutters, and we've got this trapdoor up here that just holds the lanterns in. As you see, we still have the buttons, the trapdoors and everything. This just basically gives you a nice little design. Oh yeah, and I've got these trapdoors at the bottom, so they're like support beams for the pillars. So it looks like they're kind of being helped to stand up. So yeah, it's just got a lot of effort gone into the outside of this build. I actually was really happy with the way it looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. The support has been absolutely crazy. I say it's pretty much every video at the moment, but we've gone way past 300. I think we're on like 330, 34 subscribers, something like that. It's been absolutely mental. I can't believe you guys have been loving the content as much as this. So I'm just going to keep making videos. If you would like to see anything, don't forget to leave a comment down below and I'll get around to building that. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll leave you with a showcase. Peace.